Block 1. Building the foundation. Turning motivation into a daily operating system. People often talk about motivation like it's weather. "I'm feeling motivated today," they say, as if they've woken up to a sunny sky inside their mind. And just like bad weather, when it's cloudy and gray, they assume there's nothing to do but wait until it changes. But waiting is a terrible strategy. If you depend on the emotional weather of motivation to take action, your progress will always be unpredictable, fragile, and slow. The truth is this: motivation is not an emotion you receive, it's a machine you build. And like any machine, it can be started, restarted, and kept running with the right inputs, no matter what the emotional forecast looks like. The first step in learning how to stay motivated every day is to accept that this is a skill, not a mood. Skills can be learned, practiced, and mastered. In this first block, we'll break down the 3 master components that form your personal motivation operating system: motivation, OS identity, energy, and clarity. If you can install these into your daily life, you will stop relying on random bursts of inspiration and start running on a reliable, repeatable system. 1. Identity. Who you believe you are. You might think motivation starts with wanting something badly enough. But desire alone isn't enough. People want to be fit, wealthy, or skilled in their craft, yet many never take consistent action. What separates those who stick with it from those who quit is identity. Identity is the self-image you carry into every decision. When you believe, "I'm the kind of person who runs, even when it's raining," going for a run in bad weather is not a debate. It's simply what you do. When you believe, "I'm a writer," sitting down to write becomes part of who you are, not just a hobby you do when you feel like it. Why this matters for motivation. When you tie your actions to your identity, you don't need to renegotiate every day whether you'll show up. You've already decided who you are, and your daily actions are just votes that reinforce that identity. How to install identity into your motivation OS. Write your identity statement. Keep it short and actionable. "I am the kind of person who shows up for my future self, no matter how I feel in the moment." Collect evidence. Every time you act in line with that identity, you're casting a vote for it. These votes accumulate into certainty. Use micro actions to keep the chain unbroken. Even if you can't do your full workout, doing 2 minutes keeps the identity alive. This identity principle is why small actions matter so much. Even a minimal effort, done consistently, proves to yourself that you are the type of person who follows through. 2. Energy, the biological engine behind motivation. No matter how strong your identity is, you can't override biology forever. If your energy system is broken, if you're sleep deprived, dehydrated, and living on a blood sugar roller coaster, your body will constantly pull you toward rest, distraction, and avoidance. Energy is the fuel in your motivation machine. Without it, even the clearest goals and strongest intentions will feel heavy. With it, even challenging work feels possible. The 4 energy pillars: sleep rhythm, go to bed and wake up at the same time. Consistency is more important than raw hours. Hydration, drink water immediately upon waking. Mild dehydration can cut cognitive performance and increase fatigue. Movement, light movement in the first hour signals to your brain: we are active today. Nutrition, eat meals that support stable energy, protein plus fiber plus healthy fats. Avoid quick sugar spikes that lead to crashes. Energy discipline means you protect these pillars first, because they are the source code for your mental state. Many people misdiagnose lack of motivation when what they really have is low battery. 3. Clarity, the GPS for your actions. Even if you feel energetic and identify with your goals, motivation dies quickly in the face of ambiguity. Your brain resists vague instructions. Compare these two. Work on my presentation. Write the opening slide for my presentation, with 3 bullet points summarizing the main idea. The second example gives your brain a clear, finishable action. This clarity removes the mental friction that kills motivation. How to maintain clarity daily. Decide tomorrow's first task before you end today. This way, you start the next day with 0 decision fatigue. Define tasks as actions, not outcomes. Instead of get in shape, say do 15 push-ups. Keep tasks small enough to start immediately. If it takes more than 2 minutes to begin, shrink it. Think of clarity as the GPS in your car. Without it, you're just sitting there, burning fuel, wondering where to go. With it, you can press the accelerator confidently. 4. Reduce friction. Make starting easy. Motivation doesn't usually fail mid-action. It fails before action even begins. That's because starting is the hardest part. Your brain naturally resists anything uncertain or uncomfortable. To counter this, make the first step so easy it's impossible to say no. Lay out your gym clothes before bed. Open the document you need to write in. Put the book you want to read on your pillow. Keep your guitar on a stand in the living room, not hidden in a case. This friction reduction is not laziness, it's intelligent design. The easier it is to start, the more likely you are to keep going. 5. Action creates emotion. The motivation paradox: most people think they need to feel motivated before they start. This is backwards. Starting creates motivation. Here's why. Taking action triggers dopamine release in the brain, and dopamine fuels the desire to continue. The very first tiny action you take, even a single sentence written or a quick jog to the end of the street, changes your emotional state and builds momentum. The key is to start small enough that you can't fail to start. That initial movement is the lever that shifts you from inertia to momentum. 6. Feedback loops. See your progress. Humans are wired to chase visible progress. When you can see that you're improving, it becomes addictive in a good way. Create a progress tracking system. Use a wall calendar to mark every day you acted in line with your goal. Keep a done list at the end of each day, writing down even small wins. Take before and after snapshots of your projects or physical progress. The more you can visualize your streak, the more you'll want to protect it. Putting it all together, your motivation OS works like this. Identity tells you who you are. Energy gives you the power to act. Clarity shows you exactly what to do next. Friction reduction makes it easy to start. Small actions create the emotional fuel to keep going. Feedback loops make the process self-reinforcing. Instead of waiting for a motivated mood, you build these processes into your day so that action becomes default, not a special event. In the next block, we'll focus on how to design your mornings to launch motivation automatically without relying on willpower. Block 2, Designing the Morning Launch. How to start the day already in motion. If Block 1 was about building the foundation for daily motivation, this chapter is about igniting it. You can have the strongest engine in the world, but if you start the day in neutral, you'll spend half your time just trying to get into gear. The truth is, mornings decide more than most people realize. The tone, speed, and focus of your day are set in the first hour after you wake up. And here's the secret. The most motivated people you know aren't relying on magic mornings or feeling inspired. They have a morning launch sequence, a set of small, repeatable actions that guarantee momentum no matter their mood. 1. Why morning matters more than motivation. Your brain wakes up in a chemically unique state. Cortisol levels spike naturally, designed to get you alert. Dopamine sensitivity is high, meaning small wins feel bigger. The first actions you take either capitalize on this state or waste it. When you start with reactive behaviors, scrolling your phone, checking notifications, answering messages, you train your brain to be on defense from the moment you wake up. When you start with intentional, forward-moving actions, you create a compounding effect. Each win fuels the next. 2. The launch sequence. A great morning is not about complexity. It's about triggers that fire automatically. Here's a proven step-by-step sequence that takes 15 to 25 minutes, but can be shortened to under 10 on busy days. Step 1, feet plus light. Midnight to 0:05. The moment you get out of bed, expose yourself to natural light. Open curtains, step onto a balcony, or face a bright lamp. This sends a signal to your brain that the day has begun, kicking your circadian rhythm into gear. Step 2, water plus salt, 0:02. Drink a large glass of water immediately after waking. You've gone 7 to 9 hours without fluids. Dehydration, even mild, slows your brain. If you've been sweating or fasting, a pinch of salt can help restore electrolyte balance. Step 3, micro-movement, 0:05. Spend 1 to 3 minutes moving your body. This can be 10 push-ups, 20 air squats, or a brisk walk around your home. You're not working out yet, you're waking up circulation, signaling your muscles and joints that today will be active. Step 4, the 3 clarity card, 0:07. Write down 3 priorities, big outcomes that will make the day feel successful. 3 quick wins easy. 2-minute tasks to build momentum early. 3 people, colleagues, friends, or clients you will help, thank, or unblock today. This shifts focus from yourself to contribution. which strengthens discipline. Step 5, MIT Lock 012. Choose one most important task, MIT, that you can finish in the first 90 minutes of work. Make it specific, measurable, and clear. Instead of work on project, write draft the introduction, 300 words, for the proposal. Step 6, Environment Prep 015. Before starting, arrange your workspace so the first action is frictionless. Open the file you'll work on, set your tools in place, silence notifications, and physically remove distractions, phone in another room, door closed, noise-canceling headphones on. Step 7, Permission to Start Ugly 017. Say to yourself, the first draft can be bad, progress first, polish later. Perfectionism is the enemy of starting. Starting is the birthplace of motivation. 3. The compressed 10-minute morning life isn't always calm. When you have to rush, here's the minimal viable launch. Drink water. Get sunlight. Write your MIT. Open the file. Work for 10 minutes. This sequence works because it hits hydration, circadian activation, clarity, and momentum in the shortest time possible. 4. Breakfast and caffeine rules fuel matters. If your goal is sustained energy, eat for stability, protein and fiber over sugar. Delay caffeine for 60 to 90 minutes after waking. This allows your natural way-up chemistry to peak before adding an artificial boost, preventing early afternoon crashes. 5. Anchoring motivation with micro-wins. The first 30 to 60 minutes of your day should include at least one quick, visible win. It could be making your bed, answering a key email, or completing a small creative task. The human brain loves completion, and the earlier you feel it, the more the day becomes a chain of completions. 6. Common morning mistakes that kill motivation. Starting reactive, phone first, email first, notifications first. Skipping clarity, no written priorities, means you react to whatever feels urgent. Perfectionism at the start, waiting for perfect conditions before starting. Decision overload, wasting mental energy on small choices, what to wear, what to eat, instead of automating them. 7. Make your mornings non-negotiable. Don't leave your launch sequence to chance. Treat it like brushing your teeth. You do it because it's maintenance, not because you feel like it. Even if the rest of the day falls apart, a solid morning guarantees you've already invested in yourself. Summary: a well-designed morning removes the hardest part of motivation, getting started. By front-loading clarity, energy, and small wins, you transform your morning into a launch pad instead of a slow climb. You no longer wait for motivation. You wake up and run the sequence that creates it. Block 3, Midday Momentum. How to keep your drive alive when the morning energy fades. The morning gives you a natural head start. Your brain is alert, energy is high, and your launch sequence gets things moving. But by midday, reality sets in. You've made decisions, handled unexpected tasks, maybe fought off distractions, and now the initial spark is gone. This is the point where most people either power through inefficiently or slip into low focus mode, scrolling, procrastinating, or endlessly researching. The secret to staying motivated in the middle of the day isn't about pushing harder. It's about working smarter with your body's natural rhythms, managing friction, and recharging strategically. 1. Understanding the midday dip biologically. Most people experience a drop in alertness between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. This isn't laziness, it's a natural circadian rhythm shift. The brain moves into a more relaxed state, making deep work harder. Knowing this means you can work with the dip instead of against it. Key takeaway: if you try to brute force high-focus tasks during your lowest energy window, motivation feels like an uphill battle. Instead, plan lighter or more active work here, and schedule your most demanding work in your second peak, usually late afternoon. 2. Focus cycles. The engine of midday productivity. One of the best ways to stay motivated after the morning is to stop thinking of the day as one long block of work. Instead, break it into focus cycles. 50/10ths, 50 minutes of work, 10 minutes of rest. 90/15ths for deep work sessions, 90 minutes focus, 15 minutes recovery. During work cycles, single task. Multitasking scatters focus and drains willpower. Start with a clear verb-based task. Write 3 paragraphs, not work on the article. During rest cycles, avoid passive scrolling. Instead, walk, stretch, hydrate, or get sunlight. Rest is for recovery, not distraction. Your brain should come back refreshed. 3. The 2-minute gate for resistance in the midday slump. Even starting can feel hard. The 2-minute gate rule says, if you feel resistance, commit to only 2 minutes of the task. Often, you'll keep going once you've begun. Starting is the real battle. Example, if writing feels impossible, open the doc and type one sentence. If a workout feels like too much, put on your shoes and walk for 2 minutes. The brain often shifts from avoidance to engagement once the barrier is crossed. 4. Remove the biggest barrier. First ask yourself, what's the single biggest friction point right now? It could be a messy workspace, an unclear task, a needed resource you haven't found yet. Don't try to make everything perfect. Just remove the largest obstacle blocking your next step. This small act can reignite forward motion. 5. Momentum math, tracking output. Not just time. Midday motivation thrives on visible progress. If you only measure time worked, you can feel like you're moving when you're not. Instead, track tangible output, number of sales calls made, words written, slides completed, code commits. When you see output increase, your brain releases dopamine, the keep going signal. 6. The 3-minute energy reset. Sometimes motivation isn't mental, it's physical fatigue. Before assuming you lost focus, try this quick reset. Drink a glass of water. Take 6 deep, slow breaths. Stand, stretch, and walk to a window or outside. In 3 minutes, your oxygen, hydration, and visual environment change enough to give your brain a second wind. 7. Meeting discipline. Midday meetings are motivation killers if not managed. Ask, is this meeting essential? Can it be shorter or asynchronous? What's the clear deliverable I'm expected to contribute? Protect your high-energy slots for high-value work and use lower-energy windows for discussions or lighter tasks. 8. Micro-celebrations at the end of each focus cycle. Acknowledge your progress. Write it down. Finished 2 slides. Drafted email sequence. Say, good job, out loud. It may sound silly, but self-recognition reinforces effort. Summary. Midday motivation isn't about endless grinding. It's about using structured cycles, quick barrier removal, visible output tracking, and strategic recovery. When you align your work with your natural rhythms and protect your focus, you turn the afternoon from a slow fade into a second wave of productivity. Block 4, setbacks and bad days. How to restart motivation instantly no matter how disciplined you are. Bad days are inevitable. You'll wake up late, miss your morning sequence, get derailed by unexpected problems, or simply feel mentally heavy for no clear reason. Many people think these days destroy motivation, but in reality, they're the days when your motivation system matters most. The goal isn't to avoid bad days, it's to shorten the gap between falling off track and getting back on it. This is the skill that keeps progress consistent. 1. Stop the spiral before it starts. When something goes wrong, the natural reaction is frustration or guilt. I've ruined the day, so I might as well. This thinking turns one small slip into a full collapse. Reframe. You haven't ruined the day, you've just started it late. Your future self only cares that you started, not when. Even a partial day of progress is infinitely better than none. 2. The drop day protocol. If you feel stuck, run this 3-step recovery. Shrink the scope by 70%, whatever you planned. Make it laughably smaller. Planned a 45-minute workout? Do 10 minutes. Wanted to write 1,000 words? Do 200. The point is completion, not perfection. Pick one repair action. This is a small win that reminds you you're still in motion. Sending one important email, organizing one page of your report, or doing one household task. Mark the streak even if today was reduced effort. Mark it as done in your tracker. This reinforces the identity of I show up, even on off days. 3. Diagnose the bottleneck. If motivation is low, ask yourself 3 quick questions. Is the task unclear? Write down the first physical action. Is the task too big? Break it into a step that can be finished in under 10 minutes. Is my body underpowered? Drink water, eat something light, or take a short walk. Often, the issue isn't willpower. It's either lack of clarity, oversized tasks, or low energy. 4. The 15-minute rescue. If your day feels off track, dedicate 15 minutes to closing open loops, replying to one pending message, paying a small bill, tidying 10 items in your workspace, doing a light movement routine. This quick win reestablishes control and helps your brain shift from chaos to order. 5. Use cognitive reframes, change the story you're telling yourself. From I'm behind, I'm practicing finishing small today. From I'll do it later, I'll do 2 minutes now and decide after. From this has to be perfect, this just has to be testable. Language matters. It changes whether your brain sees the day as a failure or a comeback. 6. Put emotion in motion when your thoughts are heavy. Act through your body first. Walk briskly for 5 to 10 minutes. Do 20 squats or push-ups. Take 30 deep breaths. Physical movement shifts brain chemistry faster than thinking your way out of a slump. 7. The why times 3 reset ask, why does this task matter? Answer it, then ask, why does that matter? 2 more times. By the third answer, you'll hit a personal value, security, freedom, mastery, family. Tie today's action to that value. By finishing this draft, I'm freeing my weekend for family time. Summary. Bad days don't define your motivation. Your recovery speed does. Use scope shrinking, repair actions, reframing, and physical resets to restart momentum within minutes. The faster you move from stuck to action, the less power setbacks have over your progress. Block 5, people, environment, and systems. How to make motivation the path of least resistance. By now, you've learned how to build your personal motivation operating system, launch strong in the morning, sustain momentum midday, and recover from bad days quickly. But there's a deeper truth about motivation. You will not win every battle against yourself alone. The people around you, the spaces you work in, and the systems you create will quietly decide whether motivation feels easy or impossible. The smartest performers design their environment and relationships so that the easiest action is the right action. They don't depend on willpower. They build surroundings that carry them forward. 1. The social multipliers. Humans are wired for social feedback. We work harder when others can see our progress, and we stick to commitments when someone else is counting on us. Types of motivational relationships. Accountability partner. One person you check in with daily or weekly. You simply share. Here's what I did. Here's what's next. Support circle. A small group focused on similar goals. The key is positivity and solution-focused talk. Avoid groups that complain more than they act. Mentor or coach. Someone ahead of you who can spot your blind spots and keep you moving in the right direction. Lightweight accountability. A quick daily text done to your partner is enough. The magic isn't in the words. It's in knowing someone will notice if you vanish. 2. Public commitment. Without pressure, going public doesn't mean broadcasting your every move to thousands. It can be as simple as posting your weekly goal in a small private group, sharing progress photos with a friend, updating a goal board in your office where others can see. The goal is to make quitting feel noticeable, while succeeding feels celebrated. 3. Environmental defaults. Motivation often fails because the wrong action is easier than the right one. Fix this by making default choices work in your favor. Examples. Keep your workout gear in the middle of your room, not in a drawer. Pin your active project document to your desktop for one-click access. Install website blockers that activate during your focus hours. Keep healthy snacks visible. Hide or remove the junk. Rule of thumb. If you want to do more of something, make it obvious and easy. If you want to do less of something, make it invisible and inconvenient. 4. The motivation bank. This is a folder, physical or digital, where you store compliments and thank you messages you've received, before and after photos of your work or fitness progress, notes on personal wins and milestones. On low motivation days, open the bank. It's proof you're capable and consistent. 5. Systems over willpower. Habits and routines turn motivation into automation. Instead of waking up and deciding what to do, you simply follow the system. System design tips. Trigger plus action. Link a habit to something you already do. After I make coffee, I review my MIT for the day. Fixed times. Schedule important actions at the same time daily. Decision fatigue disappears. Batching. Group similar tasks to reduce mental switching costs. Templates. Create pre-written formats for recurring work so starting is never from zero. 6. The keystone habits. Certain habits have a ripple effect across your entire life. Consistent sleep schedule. Better mood, energy, and focus. Daily movement. More energy, stress reduction, better health. Planning the next day. More clarity, less anxiety, better follow-through. Protect these like non-negotiable appointments. They are the pillars holding up all other motivation. 7. Environment scripts. Make your physical and digital environments work for you. Before work, clear your desk to only what you need for the next task. During work, phone away, one tab open, workspace quiet. After work, lay out tomorrow's first tool or open the starting file. When you repeat this daily, starting becomes automatic. Summary: motivation doesn't have to be a daily uphill battle. With the right people to encourage you, an environment that defaults to your goals, and systems that automate action, progress becomes easier than quitting. You're not fighting yourself anymore. You've built a world that fights for you. Block 6, Evenings, Review, and Lifelong Sustainability. How to end the day ready for tomorrow. We've built the system from the ground up, from identity and energy, Block 1, to the morning launch, Block 2, Midday Momentum, Block 3, Setback Recovery, Block 4, and Social/Environmental Design, Block 5. Now we come to the most overlooked part of daily motivation. The way you finish today determines how you start tomorrow. A chaotic, unfinished end to the day steals energy, clarity, and confidence from the next one. A clean, intentional shutdown builds a bridge you can walk across in the morning without hesitation. 1. The shutdown ritual. This is a short sequence that tells your brain, work is complete, we're transitioning to rest. You can do it in 10 to 20 minutes. Capture open loops, write down every incomplete task, unanswered message, or lingering idea. This stops your brain from chewing on them at night. Use a single trusted system, journal, app, or task manager. Score the day 0 to 10. This isn't a moral judgment, it's data. If it's a 6, ask, what would have made it a 7? Over time, you'll spot patterns that improve your average score. Select tomorrow's MIT, most important task. Choose one specific, finishable outcome for the next day. Example, write 500 words of Chapter 3 instead of work on book. Lay out the first tool if you're writing. Open the document to where you'll start. If you're training, set out your workout clothes. This makes tomorrow's start frictionless. Gratitude X to note one thing you handled well today and one person you appreciate. Gratitude rewires your brain toward noticing progress and support. 2. Sleep as a motivation multiplier. Most people treat sleep as optional, yet it's the single biggest legal performance enhancer. Poor sleep kills energy, mood, and willpower. Sleep discipline tips. Keep the same bedtime and wake time, even on weekends. Dim lights 60 to 90 minutes before bed. Avoid heavy screen use late at night. Blue light delays melatonin. Keep the bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Treat sleep as part of your training because it is. 3. Weekly review. Steering the ship once a week. Take 30 to 45 minutes to zoom out. Wins list. Write down at least 5 wins from the week. What dragged? Identify one obstacle you can remove next week. Roadmap refresh. Check if your MITs still align with your bigger goals. Reset spaces. Clear your desk, inbox, and digital clutter. Without this reflection, motivation can drift without you noticing. 4. Seasonal reset. Keeping it fresh every 12 weeks. Run a mini new year for yourself. Restate your identity. I'm the kind of person who pick 3 seasonal outcomes. Archive old trackers and start with a clean slate. Fresh starts generate a burst of motivation. Use them deliberately. 5. The motivation equation. Here's the whole system condensed into a formula. Motivation is almost equal to identity fit times clarity of next step times expected reward, divided by friction times fatigue. Increase identity fit. Tie actions to who you are becoming. Increase clarity. Define the exact next step. Increase reward. Celebrate small wins and see progress. Reduce friction. Make starting easier than stopping. Reduce fatigue. Protect your energy through sleep, food, and movement. 6. Why this works for life. Motivation fails when it's treated as a spark. It succeeds when it's treated as a loop. Clear identity fuels action. Action fuels emotion. Emotion fuels more action. Small wins lock the loop. By ending your day with a clean shutdown, ensuring rest, and reviewing regularly, you keep the loop strong indefinitely. Summary: your evenings aren't just the end of a day, they're the beginning of the next one. A deliberate shutdown ritual, proper rest, and consistent review make motivation sustainable not just for weeks, but for years. The system you've built is now self-perpetuating. No matter the weather in your mind, you know how to start, sustain, recover, and keep going.